Yo, what's up, YouTube? I'm back. And yes, I'm still black, unfortunately. But today, we're going to be talking about the top. I said the top 3. Okay, let me stop this. Alright, today we're going to be talking about 3 exotic weapons. Exotic primary weapons that absolutely need to fucking come back into Destiny. I swear to God, Bungie, if you're listening to me and you fucking ignore me, I'm going to come to the office. I'm going to bite everyone's ankles, I swear. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, so there's 3 weapons that need to come back, and 2 honorable mentions that I've thrown into this list. And I'll explain why they're honorable mentions, because I want them to come back, but I also feel like they shouldn't for a pretty important reason. But anyway, moving on. I will not be including the raid weapons that got brought back with burns at the primary slot to make them exotic in year 3. If you play Destiny 1, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not including those, otherwise Fatebringer would definitely be on this list, and honestly a couple others. It would make making this list a little bit too hard. Looking back on Destiny 1, I looked at a lot of the exotics and I realized that a lot of them did not fucking matter. That's just something I just want to say in general. That's something I think we look at in Destiny 1 with like nostalgia, and like no, a lot of exotics did not matter. I look back on them, I was like, I don't care about any of these coming back. And I was trying to make like top 10 lists, and I was like, I don't really give a shit about most of these weapons coming back. Like maybe they're visually, I want them to come back, but they're gonna have to just completely rework a lot of these weapons. Like the Vex, I don't miss it. It was cool looking, but it was nothing special about it enough to make me want it to come back. Anyway, that's a rant for another video. Let's get started with the list. First one up, maybe a weird choice to you, but it's not to me, so don't judge me. I'll punch you in the throat. It is Monte Carlo. It was a really solid auto rifle for one, just off rip. Now that alone does not make it worth an exotic spot or make it worth, like bringing back. No, but first of all, it was like one of the most beautiful guns in the game, easily. It was gorgeous, and I want to see it, and I just want to see what it looks like on PC. But not only that, its perk was actually pretty damn dope. But remember, I will clarify. This comes from a hunter. This exotic was designed for hunters. There's no other. I can't think of it being that useful for Titans or that useful for Warlocks. It definitely is more useful for hunters because a lot of hunter melees are projectiles. And let me just explain the perk because I feel like I just skipped the whole step. Anyway, moving on. Let me see if there's anything in its skill, like any of its regular perks that should be mentioned. Well, it did have hip fire, which allowed it to be more accurate from the hip. That's actually pretty important to its playstyle. Now, let me tell you what its perk actually is. Monte Carlo method. Dealing damage with this weapon reduces your melee cooldown and grants a chance to fully charge your melee ability with each kill. And it was a pretty damn good chance. What I would like, honestly, is for them to just take away the chance and make it a guarantee. And the weapon would be crazy. But even without that, it was still really good because you just put shots into people, your melee would just charge up mad fast. That combined with the low cooldowns in Destiny 1, yeah, like you got your melee pretty quickly if you were using Monte Carlo and actually using it, not using your secondary too much. And it really suited gunslingers, and I want to say Night Stalkers especially. Reason being is because you would just fire from the hip, aim down sight, whatever it was. It had a very clean sight, and like I said, it was a very solid auto rifle to begin with. But not only that, while you're doing your damage, like you'll shoot a guy, get your thrown knife, and then finish him off with your thrown knife. Bam. And if you hit a headshot with your thrown knife, and you had the perk equipped, you just get your thrown knife right back. So you didn't even need Monte Carlo. It was like a very nice synergistic play style. I remember some YouTuber doing a video on this and brought it to my attention, and I started playing with the playstyle, and it was super fun, super dope, super fire. But not only that, there are so many other melee abilities in the game that can also benefit from a very solid auto rifle that keeps the melee ability prevalent. So it's like a whole playstyle, and it was really good playstyle. very fun, and I definitely feel like this weapon should come back. Moving on, next weapon is Hawk Moon. Hawk Moon. It was a very, very solid hand cannon, just off rip. It looked like a Desert Eagle, but like way more futuristic and way more artistic. It was beautiful. Probably, arguably, best looking gun in Destiny 1. Yeah. At one point I thought so. Yeah, definitely at one point I thought so. Now the way it started off, the way it started off is it was a PlayStation 4, or just a PlayStation exclusive in general. Excuse me, I burped. And it was exclusive for an entire year, so it was really the blow. Because during this year, it was able to one-shot kill on very, 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 very rare occasions. I was about to say equations or Caucasians, or I don't know. Anyway, sometimes it would one-shot, but this was like a maybe less than 5% chance, but it happens sometimes, so it was pretty cool. Now, the reason being is because of its perks. One perk that it had is Luck in the Chamber, and I'm sorry, I pray to God you can't hear that dripping. It's someone's AC is dripping on my AC, and it's kind of annoying. Anyway, moving on. There it goes again. It's picking up any audio. I can see it picking up any audio. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna continue doing the commentary. Fuck it. You can't stop me. So, anyway, what the perk is Luck in the Chamber. One random bullet in a magazine causes considerable bonus damage. So that perk would sometimes stack with Holding Aces, which was another perk, which made 2 more random bullets in the magazine deal considerable bonus damage. So basically, this weapon, and it had a magazine of 13. So 3 bullets out of those 13 did like damn near double damage. It was a really good hand cannon, and if you got any of those, you were pretty much able to like damn near 2-tap. It was a really good hand cannon, really solid, visually stunning, and I really hope it comes back in Destiny 2. Now, moving on to the 2 honorable mentions. First one up is a Red Death. Red Death is basically a pulse rifle form of Crimson. Obviously, Red Death came out first. Red Death was a very solid pulse rifle. At the very beginning of Destiny 1, it was okay. Then when they buffed pulse rifles, it became really good. And then they like did something, I don't know. It was a 3-year life cycle of the game. I can't remember every patch and nerf or whatever. But then it got brought back down a bit. But it was still very solid, and to this day, it is still very solid. Now, the reason why I put this as an honorable mention is because Crimson has a ridiculous amount of range. Like, seriously, it is a lot of range as for like a hand cannon. So it pretty much performs just like Red Death did. You know, it would just be like the form factor, maybe a bit more range, a bit more stability, but maybe firing slower than Crimson. You know, and I think it could have a place. I think people would be a little bit annoyed because they would probably feel like it just doesn't need to be in the game because Crimson exists. And I wouldn't be too mad if people said that. But I do like Red Death more. Plus, I just feel better firing pulse rifles sometimes than hand cannon. So if I had both options, I think I'd be a really happy camper. Anyway, moving on to the other honorable mention, or maybe more dishonorable because fuck this gun, but it still should probably come back. The Thorn. If you know about Destiny 1, then you know this gun. If you don't know about Destiny 1, you don't know about this gun. Like, good. Basically, this gun was a great hand cannon. But the only thing about it that made it really special was Mark of the Devourer, which was its exotic perk. Rounds pierce targets, okay, and cause lingering damage over time. This gun burned you when it shot you. It was ridiculous. At different points, the burn lasted too long. At different points, the burn did way too much damage. The burn had a lot of different bonuses to it. Like, Like when you're burning from it, damage numbers pop up. So if you get shot by it and run around a corner, the person can see where you are around the corner, even if it didn't kill you. You know what I mean? They would see the damage numbers ticking, and they know exactly where you were. There was a point when the thorn could 2-tap. If it hit you in the head 2 times, they would just be able to just turn around and walk away because you would burn to death. That's how much damage it did to the head, and then the burn did that much damage to just finish you off. The gun was, I mean, it was truly a product of its namesake. It was truly a thorn in people's side. It was fucking annoying. Alright, now moving on to the very number 1 gun that I want to return in Destiny 2, and I really hope it does. The last word. Like, why wouldn't you want this gun to come in Destiny 2? It is, first of all, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's produced by Tex Mechanica, so it has that whole cowboy aesthetic. When you whip it out, it flips and flops and twirls and twists, right? It has a smooth reload animation. And not only that, it has a perk called Fan Fire. The weapon can be fired quickly and continuously. And what was the other perks on this bad boy? It also had hip fire, so it made it very accurate from the hip. It also had Last Word, which improved its stability and target acquisition when firing from the hip. At one point, it did bonus precision damage while firing the weapon from the hip, but they took that away. But either way, the weapon was still super solid. It was never truly like the best weapon in the game, but it was always like S tier, honestly. It only had a magazine of 8, and it was a fully automatic hand cannon, which in case you didn't get that yet, it was amazing. It was super dope, and you could fire from the hip pretty accurately, or you can just aim it down sights and you aim at a dude's like genital area or knees and just let the gun spray up across their whole body, and they're dead in a clip. You didn't have to worry about precisions too much, and yeah, it was just amazing, bro. And I'd be so happy if this gun came back to Destiny 2. I would probably use nothing else. It's rumored to be coming out, and I think I have faith that it will come out in Forsaken because of the whole cowboy theme. They will be fools not add this weapon and the chaperone. Like, this gun is just what Destiny needs right now. Hunters need this right now, you know? Just fire that gun, pow, 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 and then do the spin, and then you all reload it, then you throw a smoke grenade, and then you spray another fool, you know? It's just, It would truly be a blessing. But anyway, I'm going to end the video on that note. I hope you guys enjoyed this little mini video series. Expect many more videos coming out leading up to Forsaken, and many more videos after Forsaken. Hope you guys enjoyed. Comment, rate, subscribe. I'll catch your ass later. Peace.
What the fuck?